Have you ever noticed how some people command respect the moment they walk into a room, even before they say a single word? There's something about their presence, their energy, their way of being that makes others naturally pay attention and show respect. Today, I'm going to reveal the ancient secrets that the Stoics used to develop this kind of silent power. These aren't manipulation tactics or aggressive dominance strategies. These are principles of character and presence that make people naturally want to respect and follow you. Marcus Aurelius commanded the respect of millions, not through force or intimidation, but through the quiet strength of his character. Epictetus, despite being born a slave, became one of the most respected teachers of his time through the power of his wisdom and presence. Before we dive into these powerful principles, I want to ask you to help me by subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. This helps me continue creating content that can genuinely transform how people see you and interact with you. First principle: master your internal state. The foundation of silent power is complete mastery over your internal emotional state. People can sense when you're anxious, desperate, angry, or needy, even if you don't say anything. Your energy speaks louder than your words. The Stoics understood that true power comes from within. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you're completely centered and self-possessed, others naturally respect that stability. Think about the people you respect most. I guarantee they're not the ones who are constantly reactive, emotional, or seeking validation. They're the ones who remain calm under pressure, who seem unshakable, who have a quiet confidence that doesn't need to prove itself. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless or cold. It means developing the ability to feel your emotions without being controlled by them. You acknowledge them, process them, but you don't let them dictate your behavior or energy. Practice this. Next time you're in a challenging situation, focus on your breathing. Relax your shoulders. Soften your facial expression. Let your body language communicate that you're completely in control of yourself, regardless of what's happening around you. Second principle: embrace uncomfortable silence. Most people are terrified of silence in conversations. They feel compelled to fill every pause with words, often saying things they later regret. People with silent power are comfortable with silence and use it as a tool. Silence communicates several powerful things: that you're thoughtful, that you don't need constant validation through talking, that you're comfortable in your own skin, and that when you do speak, it's worth listening to. The Stoics practiced this regularly. They would often pause before responding to consider their words carefully. Seneca advised, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Sometimes the most powerful response is no. Immediate response at all. I used to be one of those people who felt uncomfortable with any pause in conversation. I would ramble, over-explain, or say unnecessary things just to avoid silence. Once I learned to embrace silence, I noticed people started paying more attention when I did speak. Practice this. In your next conversation, allow natural pauses. Don't rush to fill every silence. Let the other person speak first sometimes. Notice how this changes the dynamic and how people respond to you differently. Third principle: physical presence and posture. Your body language communicates your internal state before you ever open your mouth. The way you stand, sit, move, and occupy space sends immediate signals about your confidence and self-respect. The Stoics believed that the body and mind were connected. Cato the Younger was famous for his dignified bearing. Even his political enemies respected his physical presence and the way he carried himself with quiet authority. Stand tall, but not rigid. Keep your shoulders back and relaxed. Make steady eye contact without staring. Move with purpose and deliberation rather than nervous energy. Take up appropriate space without being aggressive about it. Your posture should communicate that you belong wherever you are, that you have every right to be there, and that you're comfortable in your own skin. This isn't about arrogance, it's about quiet self-assurance. Notice how different you feel when you consciously improve your posture. Notice how differently others respond to you. Your external bearing directly influences both your internal state and how others perceive you. Fourth principle, the power of unattachment. Of the most attractive and respect-commanding qualities is the ability to care deeply while remaining unattached to specific outcomes. This paradox is at the heart of Stoic philosophy and silent power. When people sense that you don't need their approval, their agreement, or their validation, they paradoxically become more likely to give you these things. Desperation repels. Confidence attracts. Epictetus taught, wealth consists in not having great possessions, but in having few wants. This applies to social situations too. When you don't desperately want people's respect, you're more likely to earn it naturally. This doesn't mean you don't care about outcomes or relationships. It means your sense of worth and peace doesn't depend on getting specific responses from others. You can engage fully while remaining internally free. Practice this by going into social situations with no agenda other than being your authentic self. Don't try to impress anyone. Don't seek validation. Just be present and see what happens naturally. Fifth principle, controlled response, not reaction. Reactive people lose respect immediately. People with silent power pause, consider, and then respond thoughtfully. This single difference can transform how others see you. Marcus Aurelius faced criticism, betrayal, and attacks throughout his reign. His measured responses, rather than emotional reactions, earned him lasting respect, even from his enemies. History remembers him as one of the greatest leaders precisely because of this quality. When someone challenges you, insults you, or tries to provoke you, the natural impulse is to defend yourself immediately. But people with silent power take a moment. They breathe. They consider their response. They choose their battles wisely. This isn't about being passive or allowing people to walk over you. It's about responding from a place of strength and wisdom rather than emotion and ego. Your response carries more weight when it's clearly deliberate. The next time someone tries to provoke you, count to 3 before responding. Ask yourself, what would the wisest version of myself do here? What response would I be proud of tomorrow? Sixth principle, consistency in character. People respect consistency. When your behavior, values, and responses are predictable, in the best sense, when people know they can count on you to be the same person in every situation, you command natural respect. The Stoics called this living according to nature, being true to your essential character regardless of external circumstances. Cato was respected even by his enemies because everyone knew exactly what he stood for and that he would never compromise those principles. This means not being one person in public and another in private. Not changing your personality based on who you're with. Not abandoning your values when it's convenient. This consistency creates trust, and trust is the foundation of respect. People can sense authenticity just as they can sense pretense. When you're genuinely consistent, when your actions align with your stated values, others naturally respect that. Integrity, identify your core values and commit to living by them regardless of social pressure or temporary convenience. Let your character be your signature, instantly recognizable and uncompromisingly authentic. Seventh principle, strategic listening. Most people are waiting for their turn to talk. People with silent power are genuinely listening, processing, and understanding. This rare quality immediately sets you apart and commands respect. When you truly listen to someone, not just hearing their words, but understanding their perspective and emotions, you give them something precious that few people receive: genuine attention and consideration. The Stoics valued wisdom above all else, and wisdom begins with listening. Epictetus advised his students to listen more than they spoke, to learn from every interaction, to approach each conversation as an opportunity for understanding. Strategic listening doesn't mean being passive. It means asking thoughtful questions, reflecting back what you've heard, and responding in ways that show you've genuinely processed what the other person has shared. People will remember how you made them feel heard and understood long after they've forgotten what you said. This kind of attention is so rare that it immediately elevates you in others' perception. Eighth principle: controlled revelation. People with silent power don't reveal everything about themselves immediately. They share selectively and purposefully, creating natural intrigue and respect for their boundaries. This isn't about being secretive or manipulative. It's about understanding that mystery and boundaries are attractive. When you don't give away everything about yourself immediately, people naturally want to know more. The Stoics understood the power of restraint in all things, including self-revelation. They shared their wisdom selectively with those who were ready to receive it at appropriate times and in appropriate ways. Let people learn deeper knowledge of who you are. Share your thoughts and experiences thoughtfully rather than compulsively. Allow relationships to develop naturally rather than overwhelming others with too much information too quickly. This creates a natural dynamic where others invest more energy in understanding you, which automatically increases their respect and interest in what you have to offer. Ninth principle: grace under pressure. The true test of silent power is how you handle pressure, criticism, and difficult situations. Anyone can appear confident when things are going well. People with real presence maintain their composure when things get challenging. Marcus Aurelius ruled during plagues, wars, and political upheaval. His ability to maintain wisdom and composure during these crises earned him the respect of both his contemporaries and history. His meditations show us a man who faced enormous pressure with philosophical grace. When you maintain your center during chaos, when you respond to criticism with thoughtfulness rather than defensiveness, when you face setbacks with equanimity, people take notice. This kind of strength is rare and commands natural respect. This doesn't mean pretending difficulties don't affect you. It means processing your emotions privately and responding publicly from your highest self. It means being honest about challenges while maintaining dignity and purpose. The next time you face pressure or criticism, remember that this is an opportunity to demonstrate your character. Your response in difficult moments defines how others see you more than your behavior during easy times. 10th principle: value-driven decisions. People with silent power make decisions based on their values rather than popular opinion, immediate gratification, or external pressure. This consistency and integrity naturally commands respect. When others see that you have a clear moral compass and that you follow it regardless of consequences, they respect you even when they disagree with your choices. Integrity is universally respected, even by those who don't practice it themselves. The Stoics believed that virtue was the only true good, and that all decisions should be filtered through the lens of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. This gave them a clear framework for decision-making that others could respect and trust. Before making decisions, especially important ones, ask yourself, what would a person of strong character do in this situation? What choice would I be proud of tomorrow? What decision aligns with my deepest values? When people know you can be counted on to make principled decisions, they naturally respect your judgment and seek your counsel. Your integrity becomes your reputation, and your reputation precedes you into every room. The integration of silent power. These 10 principles work together to create an aura of quiet authority that doesn't need to announce itself. When you master your internal state, embrace silence, carry yourself with dignity, remain unattached to outcomes, respond thoughtfully, maintain consistency, listen strategically, reveal selectively, show grace under pressure, and make value-driven decisions, you become someone people naturally respect. This isn't about manipulation or performance. It's about becoming genuinely worthy of respect through the development of character and presence. The respect you earn will be authentic because it's based on who you really are, not on a facade you're maintaining. Remember, silent power is not about dominating others or making them feel small. It's about being so centered, so authentic, and so principled that others naturally respect your presence and seek your wisdom. The promise of authentic respect. When you develop genuine silent power, you'll notice several changes in how people interact with you. They'll listen more carefully when you speak. They'll seek your opinion on important matters. They'll treat you with natural deference without you having to demand it. More importantly, you'll feel different about yourself. You'll no longer need external validation because you'll have developed unshakable internal worth. You'll be free from the exhausting need to prove yourself because your presence will speak for itself. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. Like all worthwhile changes, it requires consistent practice and patience. But every day you practice these principles, you'll become more magnetic, more respected, and more influential in the best possible ways. Your journey to silent power, choose one of these principles and focus on it for the next week. Notice how it changes your interactions and how people respond to you differently. Then gradually incorporate the others as they become natural parts of who you are. Remember, the goal isn't to become someone you're not. It's to become the best, most authentic version of who you already are. The Stoics believed that we all have the potential for greatness within us. These principles simply help you access and express that potential. The respect you earn through these principles will be lasting because it's based on genuine character rather than superficial techniques. You're not learning tricks to manipulate people. You're developing qualities that make you genuinely worthy of respect. If this video has been valuable to you, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content that can continue transforming how you show up in the world. Leave a comment telling me which principle resonates most with you. This helps me know you watched the full video and are committed to your growth. Until next time, remember that true power is silent, true strength is gentle, and true respect is earned through character. May you develop the kind of presence that speaks volumes without saying a word.